Hey, I'm Michelle, and I'm back again with another personal vlog. I don't know if y'all watched my last one, but as you can tell, if you did, I blew my nose, so no more sniffles. I do have quite the sense of humor, but I'm also a very professional, conservative person, and for now, this YouTube channel is just all about personal vlogs and personal growth. Because my phone is the only sort of camera that I have. So I am doing my best to work with what I have. Which, when you're starting out, is something you should be doing. So on my last personal vlog, I talked to you guys about block scheduling. And for those of you that don't know what block scheduling is, I'm sure probably the whole world does, is back when you were in school, maybe your school tried this. I know mine did, but they never really stuck with it. We ended up going back to a traditional hour-by-hour schedule from the time we arrived to the time we went home. My inspiration came from Jordan Page, who is the founder of funcheaperfree.com, and she decided that she needed to implement block scheduling into her life as a busy mom and businesswoman. I'm not a mom per se. I consider myself a mom. They call me Mama Bear at work because they know that I can't have children, but I am someone who is always willing to lend a helping hand, and I am quite mothering to different people. Whenever they need it, I'm there. And I always wanted children, but it's just not in the cards for me. And as I've gotten older, with family history and things of that nature, I am kind of happy that I'll be cutting off at least my bloodline, because it's not something that should really be passed on, in my opinion. But I do plan on adopting one day, and if nothing else, because I am in the world of hospitality, I am a workaholic, and I do plan on going far with my career. Hopefully CEO one day, fingers crossed. I plan on traveling a lot because that comes with the career and the territory. So I'm the type of person, I don't want to drag a kid around from school to school, so we'll probably end up having pets. And sometimes I guess that's the way life should be. So today I'm talking to you guys about Level 10 Life, which is from Hal Elrod, the author of The Miracle Morning. I have the book, but I haven't really gotten to go too far into it because I'm one of those, I'll start reading a bunch of books at once and life will get busy and things will happen and I end up losing where I was at and I end up having to start over. So now one of my goals is to read one book at once, and I am reading pretty much my Bible, which is the Every Girl's Guide to Life by Maria Menounos. I've read that book I don't know how many times, and it is literally like your guide to life kind of thing, honestly. It's a fantastic book and fantastic support. I've never really got to implement anything from the book, but now that I'm 29 years old and completely fed up with the way I'm living my life, I'm going to do everything in my power to start working with that guidance to grow as a person, grow my life, and officially call myself an adult, because I don't feel like I am. I have no right to call myself an adult because I've done nothing that considers you an adult. As much as I've tried, life's happened, and I'm not going to make any excuses. It's terrible, and I don't want to live like I'm a little kid anymore, because I'm not by any means, and shouldn't be letting life do the things it does to me. So anyway, long story short, I am quite talkative, when I talk. Otherwise, I'm completely unsociable. So we're going to talk about level 10 life, because otherwise we'll be here all day. So for level 10 life, it literally is how it sounds, is you're trying to grow yourself in different areas of your life, to make your life feel more complete, to kind of keep track of goals, which I am not a good goals person at all. I am a baby steps type person where I want to go from step to step to step to step. I like that kind of guidance. Level 10 is just making sure you're trying to grow your life in every area of your life as possible. So everyone does this differently. I just went on to Pinterest and found the best guidance that I could, and maybe when I'm actually able to read the Miracle Morning in more detail and finish it, I can have a better understanding of the different categories. My categories might change, and I'll probably be a whole lot better at this and explaining it. So for now, I just went on to Pinterest, did some research, and came up with different areas that I felt most people would have on their level 10 life for people that are doing this. Most people do it with a bullet journal. One, I am not good at drawing, and two, I don't have that kind of patience. So I just got my handy dandy notebook, because I have a billion of these, and just started out grafting as best as I could. So for the different areas, my categories are relationships, so that's both family, friends, coworkers, strangers, etc. Business, self-care, nourishment, fitness, personal growth, creativity, exploration, giving, and beauty. Now for mine, I probably shouldn't have put giving on there. I rather would have put finance or something, because my finances are horrible. Even though I'm a finance junkie, life gets in the way and I don't make a whole lot of money. And for giving, I'm too giving, as you can see. I give everything all the time, every day. It's like a syndrome. So I am the giver, and that was actually my nickname for a very long time. So giving is not something that I actually have to worry about. So to go into my categories for relationship, I want to chat with at least one person a day, because otherwise, I guess the best word would say is I forget to talk to people. And so then my family, my friends, they won't hear from me for days and days on end, and then all of a sudden they'll get a whole book at once with the text messaging. I'm not great on the phone. I didn't grow up with a phone, and really don't like the sound of my voice on the phone. So I prefer texting, and then that way if something pops into my head, I can just send it at any time. But I'm not one of those who can abbreviate. So when my friends or family get a message from me, it's usually an entire book. Sorry, not sorry. And then I want to go out at least once a month, whether it's with my partner, a family member, or a friend, or coworkers, something like that. Which all of my friends are people who either are coworkers or were coworkers at one point in time, because when you're a workaholic, that's what happens. You just have friends that you met at work, and I honestly prefer it because we kind of are living the same life. It makes more sense to have people that are going through the same things you're going through. Okay, so then we're moving on to business. And for business, I want to start working on my hospitality textbook again, because I have it. And I've kind of gone through the lessons and stuff, and I got really, really far into it. But then again, life happened. I got busy and completely lost track and had to start over, because I'm one of those. I can't just pick up a book months after I started reading it and start reading from the page I was on. No, I gotta start all the way over every time. It's just my personality. So I want to keep up with that, work on the lessons in it, and keep growing, so that way when I go back to school again for my certification, I'm kind of already a step ahead. Which, I already am a step ahead, honestly, because I've been in the hospitality field almost 6 years. Yeah, coming up on 6 years in January. So the longest I've ever worked in one field. But I recently moved from food and beverage to my career track, which is hotel. I want to grow with the hotel, and like I said, hopefully, fingers crossed, CEO one day. But then after I get married in September, I want to buy a laptop so I can start working on all my little office stuff again, taking classes, writing, that sort of thing. And then I want to work on my YouTube again. So I'm starting with this. When I get my laptop, obviously I'll have a better camera on there, and then hopefully one day, real camera, tripod, and all that fun stuff that comes with it. So let's see, then self-care. I try to do self-care at least once a week. So, you know, shower, I do deep cleaning, you know, the works. Shave, deep clean my teeth, eyebrows, all of that fun stuff. So then my self-care, my idea of self-care is to slow down because I'm like Energizer Bunny meets ADHD, because I have ADHD, and then Energizer Bunny is just go, 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 you know, almost like an adrenaline rush, but it's all day, every day. And I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older, like everybody else, and I need to cool my jets. So slowing down, especially walking, because walking, I walk really, 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 really fast, and it's literally killing me and breaking my legs. Just, which is get your shit together every day. So that's making sure every area of your life, you know, cleaning up the house, planning your day, self-care, trying to think of everything that's considered gisting, getting yourself on track every single day so you don't drop the ball and you're not overwhelming yourself. Tea time, because I love tea, and not only that, it is my way of relaxing after a long day. I like making a cup of tea, dimming the lights, sitting on the couch, and just enjoying the silence, enjoying the peace, and it lets everything just out of my brain. And then outside time every single day, because no matter how I'm feeling, and 9 times out of 10, if I'm sick, which I was for the past month and a half, I was severely sick, to the verge of pneumonia is what they're telling me. And even just the smallest things, if I have a headache or something, I go outside and literally like that, my headache's gone. I feel 100 times better, and I never really get to see the sun, so I love going outside because I don't have that opportunity. I can't leave the house whenever I want to and go to the library or something like that because I can't drive, and it's not safe to walk by myself. And my partner, he's not gonna want to always do what I'm doing because, you know, we coexist and we have a partnership, but we also are individual people. We enjoy our own things, and he's not gonna want to go to the library every time I want to go to the library, and he's not gonna want to go down to the genealogy museum and do research. You know, he doesn't like doing those kind of things, and he shouldn't have to do those kind of things. And if he's playing a game or something like that and I need to go to the grocery store or vice versa, you don't always have to go together. And so that's the thing is, if he's inside, then I'm inside all day long. And you know, I don't have that kind of independence or that kind of freedom, unfortunately. So that is something that I want to work on, because my poor brain is just like, is it morning? Is it night? I don't know, you know? I'm not functioning like an almost 30-year-old, and that's a terrible thing. So then next subject, nutrition, healthy eating, period. Like, no junk. You are what you eat. And I eat like garbage. Like, it's gross. And the funny thing is, I love healthy food. And not only that, like, I loved a balanced meal. It doesn't even have to be like completely healthy or, you know, veggies all day long every day, you know, like, but better than eating cookies and cake for breakfast, because that's what you have to eat, you know, like, that's horrible. So that's something that I want to work on. Fitness, yoga, walking. I talked about that in my last video. That yawn came from nowhere. But yeah, so I talked about that in my last video. My body has completely broken down from all of the manual labor that I've done for years and years and years. So I've got huge knots on the bottom of my feet. I have a fractured rib, at least I hope it's fractured and not broken, that I've never gotten looked at just because I don't have the time of day or the money to go and see the doctor whenever I want to. So I can't move certain ways without excruciating pain. Let's see. So yoga, not only for the physical aspect, and walking, not only for the physical aspect, but also the mental and emotional upkeep that it helps with, getting rid of the stress, reducing the stress, which is something I terribly, terribly need. Personal growth, reading one book at a time instead of a billion of them at once, making sure I'm reading a chapter a day because you're almost 30. Like, you need to be reading like you're almost 30, not one sentence and you're done, you know. Driving school, very big for me. I tried, I guess, 2 years ago now, with the driving, and I went for the test, and this little girl, don't even get me started on her. She should not have been an instructor because she's playing on her cell phone. I just hurt my wrist. That's one of the issues that I'm dealing with. And she's like started playing with my windshield wipers. She would tell me to turn on a street that was in my passenger window. Like, I should not be turning at this time. It was just a horrible experience. And then we get to the end of the test and she's, so you're a really good driver, but you just need a bit more practice. Really, little girl? Really? Like, she broke my brain. So we're gonna go to driving school. Okay, we're gonna pay the $3,000 that I should have paid when I was 16, or went and took the classes during school, and we're going to do it that way. And then my hospitality classes, so I can finally get my certification and move up in the world. Creativity. I am not a creative person. I'm not somebody that's going to be sitting around drawing and painting. That's my idea of creativity, and I'm not by any means. So for me, that's more like DIYing, because when Glenn and I, that's my partner, buy our house someday, I want to renovate that house myself. Like, I was into renovation before it was cool. Very, very much so, before it was cool. So yeah, that house will be ours, and I'm going to make it pretty. Because that's something that I've always wanted to do. So after we get married in September, we're not living in our own house right now, so obviously I can't do what I want to do, but I do have a closet project that people have probably seen me post on social media that I want to implement, just because I think it would be more practical, not only for organization but also space-wise, because like it would get rid of dressers we don't use, and has everything in one place. So that's something that I want to do. And then the next category is explore. So I want to go at least one new place a month, because as much as I hate living in Missouri, always have, always will, I do live in St. Louis, and I should probably know more about St. Louis than I do, and actually go see things I want to see, instead of being like, yeah, we should go there, and then we never do. I want to have a date night at least once a week, because we are really sociable, my partner and I. We just don't really go out, and we're kind of like most people that have been together for a really long time, where our catching up is when we're having a meal or just randomly throughout the day, mainly when we're driving to and from my work. We're together all the time, but we're coexisting, like he's doing his thing and I'm doing mine, which is usually how it works when you're up there in your relationship, because we've been together a very long time. We have a fantastic relationship for somebody who's been together so long. Most couples, it's like never even see each other, you know, that sort of thing. We do, which is awesome. I love that. But we don't really get to have that personal one-on-one time without phones very often. And then study a subject. So obviously my subject would be hospitality. I want to learn a second language, and I've also kind of gotten into watching Violin MD, who, if you guys don't know, is a YouTube channel. She is a second year, almost third year, I think, medical resident, and I've never been one who's been like watching, what is it, Grey's Anatomy or those sorts of things. Like, I've watched House and MASH, obviously, but I've really gotten into Violin MD. I always have the urge to go into the medical field because I do have a background in that, and I don't know, I love hospitals and stuff for some reason, but I do not have that kind of education whatsoever to be doing that. I have no business doing anything in the medical field, and nor do I want to, because I found my home in hospitality. Giving, like I said, I should probably take that off because I am the giver. I'm doing very, very well with that. And beauty, I want to book at least a monthly. I'm not sure if it'll be monthly, but hair and nails appointment to kind of help take care of myself. This is getting cut off after my wedding because I wear my hair really, really short, and I prefer it that way. I don't prefer this puffy, knotted mess. And it's not naturally wavy. Like, I fall asleep with my hair wet to put the waves in it, I guess, because I'm going to be doing beach waves for my wedding. Otherwise, it's like thick but stick straight, you know? Doesn't look very professional, in my opinion, and I'm very conscious about that appearance. I want to be held as a professional in every aspect of life. And then nails, because I got my nails done for my birthday. First time in years. And that's something that I don't need to be doing myself because I have hand trimmers and blind without my glasses. And so I really need to stop doing my nails myself, especially now that I don't really work with my hands anymore. So, but that's it. This is a really long video that I didn't think was going to be as long as the other one, but it ended up being longer. But that's level 10 life, for me at least. Hopefully one day I can kind of grow it into better detail, but for now, it is what it is. At least with this video, I've got more personality than the last one. Apparently, this subject made me very excited. And I will see you guys in the next one. I don't know what the next one will be. I do have 2 different Mel Robbins challenges that I want to start and was actually going to start on my birthday, and then, like I said, life happened and I was super, super sick. So there you go. I am going to play my video game for an hour, see if my partner wants to take a walk, and get ready for work. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.